Okay, so now I have made updates to the capture point based on a lot of bug reports, and I'll be showing what changes I have made. So now I've also put this on Roblox Toolbox, Roblox Toolbox, kind of funny, um, to be found there. But otherwise, so some things I've seen from a lot of bug reports on it is sometimes it doesn't work in game. So I've taken a look at that. I've tried to fix that as well. Some other feature requests, such as multiple teams being able to capture the same point underneath the same value, such as having two attacker teams or two defending teams. So that I have made a change to. Now, if I go to Toolbox here, it should be right here. It'll be this. And yes, it has two scripts. But anyway, so everything will be separated, replicated storage, which will have the config. Now, you don't want to change anything to do with attributes. Attributes should not be touched, and attributes you can always find in the properties tab, but this don't want to touch unless you want to manually start it in Studio. So if you want to just join the game and it'll automatically be started, you can just turn this, just check mark that, and it'll be automatically started. Now, if you want to actually configure things, I've made a lot more additions to that. So there's actually a prefix now for the chat command if you want to have a prefix. Um, and then we have end, begin, basic chats. And then, so we can have multiple teams inside this table. So if we want one, we can just, I already have the team service up here. You just add your team down here, and then you just put it in this table. If it's not in this table, it won't work. Now, if you want to, you can do whatever you want this to be. So like if you want teams to be needing 1,500 points in order to win, well, this is what you're going to need. And then if you want them to only gain 1 point per capped point, you only do 1 point. So you would need 1,500 seconds. That's just per point. So like if we have, if we put this in the workspace, let me just ungroup it. So if we have 5 points, it's going to take 300 seconds, so about 5 minutes to reach this score right here. And then, so whenever a person caps a point, they have an amount that they increase the point cap rate. So the more people you have on each point. So this is that. So if we're just simplify, once you have reached 360 points on a capture point, you cap the point. So each person is valued at 10 points per second on a capture point. Now you can have, oh, well, if I want my attacker team to start with 500 points, oh, well, I can go here and change that. If I want to use the team color instead of these two colors right here, so if you will see friendly captures as this color, you will see enemy captures as this color. If you don't want to, if you want to use team color, then it'd be this color. Though, since two teams, I mean, can have the same color, but it might mess with something, I don't recommend using this team color. I'd recommend just having this, especially if you have multiple teams. So whitelisted. Whitelisted, if you want the system to be whitelisted to specific users to be able to start it, then you set this as true. If it is not true, then none of this matters. But if you want a group, you just put the group ID right here, and then that should be the group ID. If you want a specific rank or higher than the rank, you put this. If you want a specific user, you can use a user ID or you can use their name. If you want a team, you also just need to put the team in there. Then, so that's basically it for config. Now if we go separate everything else, let me just put that in the starter player scripts. And then teams, oh, no, what the, let's put the teams here. And then we'll just publish the Roblox. Now, of course, if I were to press play, and then, oh, I think I accidentally put the points a little too low. There we go. Okay, now if we look here, begin. Now if we go here, and that, then if we check this spot, it also works. And then we can test, since these two are the same, if we just do, I put these in here just for ease of access, which might work. Oh wait, no, I think I did this. Oh, seems we have forgotten what we've done. So I'm gonna make a small switch here. Can just skip this part because I don't edit videos. So now if we were to test this, after we begin this, and then we just, so if I were to go on here and I start capturing this as a test attacker, and then I can switch teams to attacker, and then it will continue capturing it because these two are on the same side. Now if I were to switch to defender, it will switch the color now to the enemy team, since technically the enemy team was the one capturing it. And then, boop, and it'll start switching back to the friendly color. Now, if I were to end, boom, it resets everything, and you can no longer capture a point. Now, if I were to put end again, it will actually tell you if the game is ended, and the same goes for start. So if I begin, as you can see here, we are capturing. If I press begin again, it's already started. I can't do anything. Then of course, win conditions. There is a event that you can do a connect function to whenever a team reaches the points that you want. Something maybe a little bit more like complex. It's just like if you want to change it, like let's say you want to count down to 0, you can have your team start at 1500 and then just change this to a negative, and then it'll minus those points from that. Just some things that people wanted to know about. So all this, you can do whatever you want with this, and it should work. As long as it's a number, it'll work. But anyways, so with that, I'm going to publish the Roblox real quick. And then, if I switch over here to my creations, and then I'm going to play this on actual Roblox. View on Roblox. And then I'm going to show you in-game. Okay, so now that I'm in game, and always, if there is an issue, just hit F9, or you can go to your settings here, you can go down all the way, and you can open your developer console. Boom. And the client server, as long as you're the game creator, you can see it. But anyways, so as you can see here, not currently capturing. Now if I do Begin. There we go. See, it's working. And then of course, if I want to go to attacker, still captures. And then if I want to go to defender, they'll start uncapturing it. Now, with these blocks, you can do anything you want to them, as long as they are not impeded by any way of being touched. They operate off base touch events. So if you have anything custom in your game that would mess with anything with touch events, then I cannot help you. But that is basically the showcase for the new version of Capture Points. If there is any questions, I will be in the Discord.